Hello, hello, hello. This is Rex Red. It says we have an excellent connection. I hope we do. We are in 4K. And we are on In Cakewalk by BandLab. And I am working on a new song. I have got to get some music and videos out from my Flock of Angels channel. And so this morning I spent all morning. I just got over the coronavirus. And so I am now you're a vision in my mind. And so luckily it didn't go into my lungs, and so that is a good reason to have had the vaccine, because it pretty much just let it go into my head, and that was it. You're a vision in my mind. I think of you all the time, in the day and in the night. My love for you is always right. All right, now there's a lot I'm trying to do here, so I'm going to just take a look at my stream and make sure it looks good here. So we're going to go and take a look at this in 21. Yeah, it's a little bit blurry. I don't know why, but it's not too bad. It's okay. I think all right, so we're going to take in. Now let's exit the full screen. Let's do a Control-Alt-Delete. Take a look at our performance here of our Ethernet. And what's it doing? Where are we seeing this? It's at about 32. I think that's the upload, I think. Yeah, sending is 30, so we're going to keep it here at this amount, and I think that's going to be, so we're at about 25 kilobits per second, or megabits per second it is. All right, so okay, this is a new song that I've put together. And let's see what we've got here. So I've got some oohs and ahs. What I'm doing right now, I'm in the phase of just trimming things up and getting them all equal. I don't need to do this, but I do it anyway because I'm just kind of a neat freak. And so like this right here, I want it to go out to about here. This one will bring it in. We want them to start at about the same, end at the same, just so that's just kind of the way I do stuff. This can go here. This can go here. So I have 3 songs I'm in the process of trying to make right now. And so to this morning I did the singing of them, and believe it or not, my voice is better right now after the coronavirus than it was before, whether if you can believe that or not. And the reason why is because I've been taking a lot of supplements, and they're the kind of supplements that help your cells to regenerate and help to fix your DNA and stuff like that, to make your DNA more robust. And so in the end, I've ended up with a much much better cellular health, okay, I guess you could call it. Then, but it took a while to heal, to get the point where I could sing again. Even though I'm in a better health, I still had the coronavirus surging through my body. It was horrible body aches, the really, really bad fatigue, tiredness, all kinds of and I just slept for weeks. And finally I got through the worst of it, and so but it's taken me a while to get back, making music is hard. It's not it's something that, your brain, like, as you can see, just doing this tedious editing, you have to do it over and over and over for each song. Yeah, and so it's hard work, and it takes a lot. It just takes a ton out of me every time I do it. So that's the way it is with making music. A lot of people just say, "Oh, that's a nice song" or whatever, and they don't realize that what went into making it. And I hear about people who laid down albums, who wrote, made an album in a weekend. And it's like, really? It obviously they didn't have to play all the instruments, and they didn't have to edit the vocals and edit every track themselves. So, it's that kind of thing where you have to, when you have to do it all yourself, and you're the guitar player, and you're the bass player, and you're the piano player, and all of the other wonderful things in the song, then it doesn't take, it's not that easy. And that's the case with me. There's nothing I can do to make it take and cut any time out of it. Because it's everything's that's got to be done, and I've streamlined as much as possible, and it still requires a lot of time. And even with everything streamlined, like me sitting here and editing these, I could leave them a mess. It's just, this is the way I do things. I like to have my tracks all even like this, so that in a way, like when I go to work on the song, it's a lot easier for me to see what I have here. And if I don't do this, then when I look at the song, it's more confusion. It's very confusing to look at the song. Welcome, Cloves! Welcome. And I'm hoping maybe Angus is here. Let's see. What did you just write? Let me translate. Only from Pompeo. My hug to you, my friend. All the best to you. Oh, that's sweet, Cloves. Please hang around and watch. I'm going to have some music playing real soon. As soon as I'm done this particular part of editing the length of things, and I have to kind of make things longer anyway, because just in case. Now this one, see, it's shorter, but there's an optical illusion at the end where it sounds like my voice is going longer than it does. I think it's because there's a choir actually in the song thing. So, okay, now, let's see what we have here. This all looks good. This is all lined up. Angus, welcome, welcome, my friend. Welcome to you all. So we have a pretty new song here. Now, this track, I've got to move all of the tracks from this bottom take lane. and move them up so I can get rid of this little take lane. All right, so now what I have, these are the oohs and ahs. This is gonna get copy and pasted in various places in the song. My vocal, the feeling, the way I felt singing this was the most amazing. My voice was just so in such tip-top shape. I'm on a lot of like healthy kind of things for my DNA to make my DNA and to help my my cellular health and all of that kind of stuff. And it's working because at 59 years old, I have had, my lungs were starting to get congested. My voice, the texture of my voice was getting kind of raspy, but not in a good way, where it was just kind of congested sounding and all kinds of things like that. And taking supplements to fix my cellular health has saved my voice for, I don't know, maybe it'll save it for another few years. In the day. So I have this, so singing this today felt so good, even just after getting over the coronavirus. It still felt really, really, really good. So my voice felt good. In the day and in the night, my love for you is always right. I get this feeling when you're around, and my emotions are easily found. And all that I can do is close my eyes and dream of you. Like a summer breeze, your love is warm. I feel so safe in love's storm, held within your virtue. When I close my eyes, I dream of you. Like dream of you. It's like holding that really high note, holding that high note at 59 years old is not easy. Dream of you, and having it come out clear and without congestion, and you're fighting your body, and it's when I close my eyes I dream of you. And this one here, we're away. And another one here, I dream of you. And another one, this long one at the end. I dream of you. That's cellular health, okay? That's what it's called. It's cellular health. It's getting your cells healthy, and you have to do it by staying away from smoking and drinking, and you have to eat a really, really good diet, and you have to take supplements and all this stuff. Or at 60, at 59 years old, I dream of you. You're not going to be able to do that kind of stuff. And so, and these aren't even edited. They haven't even been tuned. These are just raw. I did tune my main vocal here, but they need to have vocal rider thrown on them. So there's a ton of work to be done now. I just saved this. Now, I believe all the vocals are done here, so It start. You're a vision in. Okay, so now I have to create some buses down here. We're going to have the unison bus. Unison bus. And then we're going to have insert a harmony bus. So I can send these various parts out to these and turn them down all at once. Harmony bus. And we need a ooh-ah bus. Okay, for the oohs and ahs. And then I'm going to need insert. I'm going to need a backup vocal reverb. Backup vocal reverb. And they're all going to get a little bit of a send out to here. I'm going to take this matrix and I'm going to copy that here. Okay, that's my reverb unit. And then we're going to, so I have to do a lot of setup stuff here. And, okay, so I'm going to go, one of these days I'm going to make a template. I think I need to make a template so that I have like my unison vocals and, you know, like I think I'm going to make a template very soon so that I can just open that template and have all of these, you know, buses and everything. That would be a really, because it takes me hours just, you know, wiring everything together, you know. Now this lead vocal reverb, okay, we have the music track here. These would be very, very helpful to have this already done. Okay, so my unison, we need to put a send, insert send, out to the backup vocal reverb. Okay, we want them to have a little bit of reverb. And we don't want to use the lead vocal for these backup vocals. We want them separate, okay? Insert send, backup vocal. But the harmonies and the oohs and the ahs, the backup things that are in the background, they can share the same reverb. Okay, insert send, backup vocal reverb. Okay, so now these three have some sends here. That's all they're going to need is a send. Okay, we're going to bring this backup vocal reverb down. Okay, now we have to send these tracks out. So the ooh-ahs have to go out to the ooh-ah. Here's one. Another ooh-ah. And another ooh-ah. It's got to go out to there. So now they're all sent to this ooh-ahs track. And I can turn that up or down to blend it in with the main vocal, all right? Now the unison track has got to go out to the unison track. That is 2 unison tracks, panned left and right, not clips. Master, out to unison. Okay, now we have the harmony, the 4 harmony tracks. This is harmony, okay. Harmony 1, 2, 3. Harmony 1, 2, 3, okay. 2 harmony. Harmony 3. Okay. Okay, now I could make a really killer template. So, okay, out to, now this is going to be the harmony 1, harmony 3, harmony 2, and harmony 1. Okay, and now that is really good here. So now that gives me the ability to turn these down a little bit. You're a vision. That's listening to the reverb. Just the reverb. When you're around, and my emotions are easily found, and all that I can do is close my eyes and dream of you. Like a summer breeze, your love is warm. I feel feel so safe. Okay, now, you're a vision in my mind. I think of you. Now, none of these harmony things or none of these have. Oh, today the Melodyne 5 came out, and it's like, oh my gosh, a Melodyne 5, and luckily I didn't have to buy it. It's just part of the upgrades for the Melodyne that I bought originally. Thank you, Melodyne, for giving that to us free. And I'm sure you put a ton of work into it. So thank you, Melodyne. And so if I had to buy it, the upgrade, I probably would have. I don't know what I would have done. If I'd had to come up with $200, it would have been scary, because it would been something I absolutely, positively had to have. And I'm sure there are other people that are not as devoted to Melodyne as I am, but I am huge. I have a huge. All right, so now, lead vocal. Okay, master. The metronome is down. We're going to show this master a little bit here so we can see the output of that. I don't need this. That's our metronome. That's muted. Okay, and the music track is not being sent out to the music right now. So let's send that. Oh, it is. Okay, all right, that's right. You're a vision in my mind. I think of you all the time. In the day and in the night, my love for you is always right. I get this feeling when you're around, and my emotions are easily found. And all that I can do is close my eyes and dream of you. Like a summer breeze, your love is warm. I feel so safe. All right, now I have to take and copy this vocal rider. I could make what I should do is take this song, and when I'm all done, save it and call it template, and just take all of the tracks out, and there's my template. So I wouldn't have to make one. That's what I need to do. And this will be template. I'll use it every time I start a new song. Okay, so all right, let's copy this here. It'll have all the effects, everything right in them. And if I have to turn effects off just to like do record stuff initially, okay, all of these have to be in here. Vocal rider has to be on every vocal track. Nothing in the world works like vocal rider that I've ever found. Okay, I don't know about every plugin and everything that's ever been made, but vocal rider is the best right now. Let's see. In the day and in the night. Listen to what that. In the day and in the night. In the day and in the night. My love for you. In the day. In the day and in the night. My love for you. In the day. All right, sorry about the redundancy here. In right, there's that one. This one. In the day and in the night, my love for you is always bright. It's always bright. In the day and in the night, my love for you. Okay, that one's done. Now I have to do the harmonies. Oh, did I double check this one? Yeah, that one's done. Now do the harmonies. Let's close my eyes and dream of you. Okay, there's a one. Let's close my eyes. Let's close my eyes and dream of you. Now, what I'm doing here, okay, is there's like an average of this track. This track has like an average. Like the volume might come up here and the volume might come down here. So I'm trying to guess about the center so that when it attenuates the volume, it does it by like the peak volume. And so a relative volume, I'm not sure exactly which one, but it doesn't do it like a compressor, okay? It does it through like a peak kind of volume thing. So I'm trying to guess right about the middle so that the quiet parts, it goes down like this, and the loud parts, but it doesn't go all the way, it doesn't go all the way to the top here, okay? It doesn't push it all the way up or push it down any further. It just kind of hovers in around the center here, okay? And let's close my eyes and dream of you. Let's close my eyes and dream of you. And so that it's attenuating the volume, but it doesn't have to over attenuate by having it way off kilter, so that it's always turning it down like every time. So it's like turning it up and down in a smooth kind of way, all right? And it's really easy. You just have to let's close my eyes and dream of you. Okay, and so you pretty much just have, and luckily the way I sung these vocals, they're pretty close to the same volume here, and so now I think I'm done with those. Let's close my eyes and dream of you. Like a summer breeze, your love is warm. I feel so safe in love's storm, held within your virtue. When I close my eyes, I dream of you. Dream of you. A fantasy, and we are free. Nothing can take away the love we make. Forever is Mark. Hey, what's up, Mark? Welcome. We are working on music, and we'll hold on to the love we share. Passion will be there. Love will be true. When I close my eyes, I dream of you. Now those are not, and what I'm going to do is like this part, I'm going to override that and turn this down, like my voice when I go you, it's like really loud, okay? And so those, you can see these parts are just extremely loud. And so I'm going to come in and like override the vocal rider and turn those parts down. Hey, it's good to have you here, Mark. Hope you enjoy the music. All right, so now what I'm going to do is put the new, this Melodyne 5 came out today. How about that? Now, why does this look like it has Melodyne on it? And we'll hold on to the love we share. Oh, because they're selected. All right, okay. So now we're going to put Melodyne on these tracks, okay? And I'm not going to do it one by one. We're going to do it all in one big shebang, okay? So Melodyne, create one. We share. Okay, there's one. Okay, we're going to pull this down a little bit, and then it won't come into my purview every time I put it on. All right, now right-click here, Region Effect Melodyne. Bass Rider is excellent, but Bass Rider doesn't have, if you know, Vocal Rider, okay, is Bass Rider. Vocal Rider is the same as Bass Rider, but Vocal Rider has something that Bass Rider doesn't have, and the thing that Vocal Rider has, it's very, at least for me, because anything you want to do with Vocal Rider, with Bass Rider, you can do with Vocal Rider. Vocal Rider is Bass Rider, okay? It's the exact same thing as Bass Rider, except that Vocal Rider has something that Bass Rider doesn't have, and I'll show you what that is. I'll show you. I'm going to put these Melodyne tracks on real quick, and then I will show you. Now, I think I probably should pull this out a little bit here. Vocal Rider has something, the automation draw, automation right, automation. Bass Rider doesn't do automation, and because I thought, well, I'd love to have Bass Rider for my bass tracks, and then I just didn't realize that Vocal Rider is Bass Rider. It's the exact same thing, but it doesn't have automation right. Bass Rider doesn't, and I use automation right almost every time I use Vocal Rider. I use it on all of my tracks, the automation right, and I'll show you why here. I'll try to get this part out really quick so you can see the value of Vocal Rider over Bass Rider. And it's not that expensive. Once you get Vocal Rider, you want to use Vocal Rider for Bass Rider, okay? For riding your bass. So it's that simple. Okay, we're almost here. I got two more to put the Melodyne on. And we'll be editing them soon. But I'm going to show you what Vocal Rider does that Bass Rider doesn't. And so, fortunately, I didn't buy Bass Rider, when I already own Vocal Rider, because it does what Vocal. Now, watch what happens when I open this. Okay, we're going to open up. We don't need that other track here. We're going to open Vocal Rider here. And when I click on this W up here and on this right, and then I come in here, all right, you got to leave it open in order for it to write. So you click on the W and you click on right. And watch what happens. You're a vision in my mind. I think of you all the time. In the day and in the night. So it's writing this automation. It's always right. I get this feeling when you're around. And my emotions are easy. See, Bass Rider doesn't do this. So it's writing its automation like a summer breeze in an envelope. Your love is warm. I feel so safe in love's storm. Held within. And I'll show you why this is important. When I close my eyes, I dream of you. A fantasy, and we are free. Nothing can take away the love we make. Forever is when we're away, and we'll hold on to the love we share. Yes, this is cool. Watch how I use this too. I'm going to show you. You have to do the whole track. I'll show you the tricks. It's almost done. I'll show you why this is important. So it's writing all of its attenuation, okay? It's writing it in this track. See, but it doesn't always, it's not always right. Vocal rider isn't always right, okay? And so you need to be able to fix those spots. I'll hold your hand in mine, and love will be just fine. Thank you, Mark. That's nice. Thank you, buddy. Hold on to the love we share, and passions will be there. I just sung this today. Love will be true when I close my eyes. I dream of you. See, this part's loud, where it could come down a little bit. Vocal rider didn't bring it. Okay, so that's all I needed. Now, as soon as you get it written, you don't do anything. You don't push play. You don't do anything. You take off the write, and then you switch it to read, okay? See, now, what's important about this is because now it's just going to read this automation. It's not going to be actually reacting to the sound. It's just going to be reacting to the automation, okay? And what that allows me to do, okay, is to change this automation, and it will react to that. So I can smooth out and fix the parts that it maybe is a little too loud or too quiet, or it didn't kick in quick enough, kind of things like that, all right? So right now, not only that, now, when I open Melodyne, okay, so I'm going to switch this now to clips, all right? And when I open Melodyne down here, all right? Now, if I had Vocal Rider, oops, we got to close this down again here. Now, if I had Vocal Rider on here, all right, riding the vocal, all right, and not the reading the animation, reading this animation, this green line that it put in here. See, now it's reading the animation. So I can go in now underneath this and like lower the volume of this note or this note, and it won't change Vocal Rider, okay? Because Vocal Rider is reading this line. It's stuck with this line now. It's reading the line only. It's not responding. So I can go in now. Now, if I didn't have this line and Vocal Rider was just reading, at live, reading the stuff, if I turned something down, like I wanted to turn these notes down, if I turned them down when Vocal Rider went over them, it would just turn them back up, and I'd turn them down more, and it would turn them back up. It would turn them up more and up more and up more. You see, so trying to come into Melodyne and say, oh, this part is too loud, like at the end when it goes in here, when it goes to the I Dream of You part. Now I can come in here to this I Dream of You part at the way end. Okay, here, and we're going to make this a little longer. Here, all right. See, now I can come in here, and if I change the volume, the amplitude of this by going to the amplitude tool, and see, I can change this here. I dream of you. I dream of you. This. I dream of you. I dream of you. I dream of you. You see how important that is? Now, the vocal rider is still doing its curve of this, okay? Because as you can see, it gets louder and louder. And you see vocal rider is it's still applying its curve to this, okay? You see where it gets kind of louder and louder. I can't really see this green line, but it is, as this gets louder, the vocal rider dips down in. You see? It's still applying that curve to the sound, but I'm able to go in here to Melodyne and say, yeah, but you didn't quite lower it enough. Now I want to do this, make this a little brighter. I dream of you. 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 All right. Well, I'm probably going to bring up my. So what I'm going to do the same thing is apply vocal rider to these other tracks run that same thing so it writes its pattern over it. And then I can go underneath it and open up Melodyne and change little notes that might be, and vocal rider won't fight those changes. So I can do is close my eyes and dream of you. Is close my eyes and dream of you. I sound terrible there. But luckily, it kind of works. I can do is close my eyes and dream of you. But I have to come in here now. Now we're going to go into this harmony here. And now I'm going to turn this one gray. That's the lead vocal. And so now we're going to take and we're going to select all of these harmony parts. And we're just going to auto-tune them. Dream of you. I dream of you. Dream of you. See, now I can't, like, if I turn this up and then the vocal rider will just turn it down, okay? Because vocal rider is trying to keep it at relatively a zero thing. So there's no point in me coming in here and changing the volume because vocal rider will just undo whatever I do here. So I have to come into here. And now the same thing goes for these two tracks. We're going to tune them. So these are our unison tracks. And we're going to select all. And we're just going to tune them. And you can see there's some prop. And passions will be there. And passions will be there. Okay, so this needs a little cut here. I'm not going to mess with that yet. Okay, so I have to come in, and these unison vocals, I have to fix a lot. Like here's one right here where this has got to come, obviously. And love will be true when I close my eyes. When I close my eyes. Okay, now these when I close my eyes, I dream of you. All right. When I close my eyes. When I close my eyes. Yeah, see, this vocal rider would work on you see, vocal rider would work on bass, okay? Not bass rider. You can use vocal rider on bass, but and the thing is that it's okay. Vocal bass rider is for like playing live. Like it's really mostly for live stuff where you want to where you're not in a studio, where you're not trying to make it perfect, where you just want a kind of something so the bass doesn't really won't go above a certain volume, okay? It's not compression where it's dealing with frequencies and harmonic frequencies. It's dealing with relative volume or perceived volume. I'm not sure exactly, but what it's called, but it keeps it from going. It brings up quiet parts volume-wise, not frequency-wise. So it brings, and it works differently than a compressor. I know you know that. But it's bass rider is more for live, where vocal rider is more for the studio. So really, if you buy vocal rider, you want to use vocal rider for your bass. You want to use vocal rider for everything. Vocal, and I wish I'd known that, because I bought vocal rider and then I almost went out and bought bass rider, and until I realized. Yeah, it's like a limiter, but again, a limiter is like a frequency. A brick wall limiter is different. It's just not going to, but it still works with frequencies. I'm not sure exactly how a compressor differs, but a compressor is kind of like a multi-band frequency, works with multi-band, but it works across the whole band, where vocal rider works more with just volume, with and it's so with perceived volume, so it has a lot to, like a bassy sound is going to be louder than something that's in the high range, and it's probably not going to trigger vocal rider as much as something with a lot of bass in it. So now I'm going to go through with these and do the same thing with this track. I'm going to go here and hit the right and hit right here, and then I'm going to go through here. Just hit play. All that I can do is close my eyes and dream of you. Like a summer breeze, your love is warm. I probably, actually, now that I think of it, edit, undo, I probably should just, I should get, okay, go back to turn right off, right, and turn this off. I think it's in the off state. Yeah, it's off, when it's off like that. Yeah. All right. I should probably like align up some of these before I write the vocal rider envelope. So we go back into here and we start at the beginning here, and this would be for our unison tracks. Let's start with the unison tracks. Those are what we have turned on, and go back to the beginning here. And just try and, because if they're not going to be kind of lined up if I don't now we got to bring this up. So with this I can now here, I'm going to cut that a little bit here, and then I can kind of look at these and just line them up a little bit so that when I do my vocal rider, they're going to be more actually, lined up to. In the day, in the day, and in the night, in the day, and in the night. Okay. Oh, what did I just do there? I love Melodyne. I put Melodyne on a lot of tracks. In the day, in the dead, in the night, in the day. Now I think I did my unison. Let's see if we pitch these too. In the dead, in the night, my love for you is always right. All right, so okay. All right. It's always right. Now. It's always right. Okay, now when I bring this back, it shows me if I've... See, this is off. It's always... And you see these are off. In the day, in the day. All right, let's go to my, turn these to gray. In the day, in the day, and in the night, my love for you. Okay, now we got something here. In the day and in the night, my love for you. Okay, let's go back and turn this gray again. Now these spaces need to go, these breaths, and the breaths on the backup vocals I don't really need. Okay, now you can see where these are out of line. And pull them in like that. And it's always right. I get this feeling when you're... See, this is... It's always... It's all... When you're around. When you're around, when you're... Okay. Now let's see how these line up. When you're around. When you're around, when you're around, and my emotion. Okay, so we gotta. Are easily found. Are easily found. When you're... Are easily... Okay, this has got to be cut. All right. Back to this, and this one's got to come.
Are easily found, and all that I can when you're around, and my emotions are easily found, and all that.
Okay, now I think this bend that comes down on this, it's got to. Oh, it's not. See how these are bending later. Okay, so let's turn this one.
When you're around, and my emotion. When you're around, when you're around, when you're around, and my emotions are. When you're around, and my when you're around, and my emotions. When you're around, and my emotion. When you're around, and my emotion. When you're around, and my emotions. When you're around, and my emotions.
Nice. I love the Eagles.
And my emotion, and my emotion, and my emotions, and my emotion.
I listened to the Eagles for years, trying to hit some of those Don Henley notes. Oh, gosh. I love the Eagles. Love the Eagles. Totally.
Are easily found, and all that I can do is close my eyes.
I don't really know exactly.
And all that I can do is close my eyes.
I don't know who I really sound like in this particular song, you know?
Is close my eyes and dream of you.
Now this sounds loud. See, I can bring this down now. See a little bit.
Is close my eyes and dream of you.
That does sound a lot like when I hit that note, that does sound like a Don Henley note.
Like a summer.
I hear that now.
Your love is.
Very cool. All right, now.
Your love is.
All right, now we got. Okay, I've got this all messed up. I think it's got to be here, actually. All right, now let's bring them back. See if we can line this stuff up. Okay, now this one needs a cut here.
Your love is warm.
Okay, there. Now, if I didn't have Melodyne, I would have had to sing these and sing them and sing it until they were perfect. But luckily, I have Melodyne to kind of fix these problems, and it saves me a ton of time because, like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't have a bass player. I don't have, you know, I have to play most of the instruments. I have to do all the harmony. I don't have Linda Ronstadt to do my backup vocals. I don't have, I have to do these things myself. And so, which I don't mind. That's part of being a musician and all. But the thing is that it's so time consuming. And then I have to put them to some kind of...
Your love is warm.
Okay, now,
Your love is warm. Your love is warm. I feel your
okay, now this...
warm, warm, warm. Your love is warm.
Why? Okay, these little pieces here.
Your love is warm. Your love is warm.
Okay, now there's a little bit of a the W on my voice here is popping.
Your love is warm.
So it's this W here, lead vocal. So what I got to do is isolate this. There's an S, and then this W here.
Your love is warm.
Let's move this over a little bit.
Your love is warm. 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 Your love is warm.
Thank you, Windows, for the advertisement that I didn't need.
Your love is warm. Your love is warm.
Okay, I think that works.
Your love is warm. I feel so.
Okay, now you can see these other ones here. Okay, you don't always go by.
Your love is warm. I feel.
Okay.
Your love is warm. Your love is warm. I feel so. In love storm.
Okay, I have to see where this goes.
In love storm, held within your in love storm, held. In love storm, held within your. Held within your. Held within. Held within your. Held within your. Held within your virtue. Held within your virtue. When I close my eyes, I dream of you. I pant.
Those are the hard.
When I close my eyes, I dream of.
We're not working on the harmonies yet. Yeah, it is fun. The thing is that what's not fun is when what's not fun is when your fans are waiting for you to put something out and you're sitting there twibbling over notes and your fans want to see something. Your fans want some more music. They want more videos. And I'm sitting here deciding whether if that should be on this line or that line. Because, and then it runs through my mind and says, well, maybe I shouldn't make my songs as good as they are. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't put so darn much time into them, Maybe I should just slap them together and put them out there. It doesn't need an organ. It doesn't need, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't need strings. It just needs, and that's where,
and we are free.
And that's where it gets frustrating. It's just frustrating to have to make these decisions on whether if I should really
away the love we make forever away.
Now you can see there's a problem here.
Away the love we make.
Okay. Okay, what I can do is put this here. And then possibly move these both together.
And we'll hold on to the love.
And that really does, the time constraint, because it's like, oh, I'm sitting here having fun editing and all when they're all saying, geez, dude, where's the next video? Come on, we're waiting. and I love them. I love my fans, and it bothers me that I get YouTube telling me my videos aren't artistic enough, that they're not artistic enough, that I'm not putting enough. And I've got 130,000 subscribers, but my videos aren't artistic enough for them to give me an award. Okay, so they've decided that I'm not worthy of an artist to creators award. And there's a kind of resentment. It's like where how much time should I spend on these videos that that half of them get banned and half of because they don't meet their community standards or whatever. How much time should I put into something that's not going to be allowed to be seen? And it's just really frustrating to me. The kind of shit I go through, really. And, on one hand, I'm very grateful. And then on the other hand.
And we'll hold on to the love.
And then, the student loan issues and all of that stuff that I've had to deal with. And, but my videos aren't artistic. And that's technically YouTube's position right now, is that my videos aren't artistic enough. And at this point, I just don't know how much time I really should be putting into them to please YouTube. Maybe, a month on them, So I don't know. So a month on a video that I upload and they say, oh, it's got copyright issues, or you know, you used a so you know it's you used somebody else's video in your music video, you know, and so I have to go back and then start pretty much over with the video and start with something completely different. Yeah, I am right now in a kind of hard place right now with YouTube and with trying to make my this passion. Okay, now this. All right, what's going on here? All right, passion. This has got to go down here. And then I've got to cut them. All right, we got to turn this off here. Well, we'll turn it back on, okay. All right, now, so it's a lot of work, and sometimes it's just I have like a whole crap load of videos that I'm not allowed to show because of copyright issues, because of they decided because two guys were kissing in it or whatever that it can't be seen, you know, and so hours of my work is just not shown, you know. Passion will be there. Passion will. This is early here. Passion will be. Passion will be. Passion will. Which one is this? Passion will. Passion will be there. Passion will be. Passion will be there. Passion. And passion will be. Passion will be there. Passion will be there. So. Yeah, I absolutely love editing. I love editing, and so you know I could get lost in editing because I love it. It's a solitary time. It's to me it's therapeutic. So there's definitely that aspect of it. So. Passion will be there. 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 Okay, I'm over halfway through. Hey, Mark! Glad you're back, buddy. Glad you're back. And love will be true. Okay. We got to cut some of this here. This has got to cut about here. Love will be true. Love will. Love will be true. 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 Love will be true Okay, this has got to be short. We got to cut this here.
Love will be true. Love.
And this is, I've got a B, I've got a B, like a wind, a plosive here.
Love will be true.
It's on the B. Be true. I'm gonna have to fix that.
Be true. Be true. Be true.
All right, we got some notes out here.
True. Be true. Be true.
All right, this one is the lead vocal is off.
Be true. Be true. Be true. Be true. Be true. Be.
Here we go. We're back. All right. This, I think, has got to go up here. And
Love will be true. Love.
now where is the... Okay, this is late. So this right here got to come up a little bit sooner.
Love will be true. Love will be true. When I close my eyes.
This one's pretty close. Maybe I fixed this one already. I don't, not completely here.
Love. Love will be true. When I close my eyes.
Let's see what this is doing here.
Love. When I close my eyes, I dream of you.
All right, I haven't done the harmonies yet, so those are... All right, so where are some more unisons here? Here's another one. This is a mess. Now, these unisons, sometimes you don't want them too perfect, you know? And sometimes you really have to have them precise. It all depends on the song that you're putting them in. Sometimes you don't need them that perfect, and sometimes they've got to be really precise. So, because if you make them too much, then they just kind of, almost cancel each other out, and they,
And love is what we're living. 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 And love is what we're living.
now let's see if they're all, okay, we got some,
love is what we're living. And love is what we're living.
Okay, let's
And love is what we're living. 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 And love is what we're living.
okay. Are these harmony? Are these unisons? Are they just so close that?
Love will be just fine.
Okay, those are the harmonies.
And we'll hold.
Okay, these ones I really tried to get them like perfect. Like,
And we'll hold on to the love we share. And we'll hold on to the love.
okay, now what are we doing here? We want this. Okay.
And we'll hold. And we'll hold. Hold on.
Okay, now we got a problem here. This has got to be split. These are late, at least according to my other vocal.
And we'll hold on. And we'll hold on. And we'll hold on. And we'll hold on to the love. And we'll hold on to the love we share. And we'll hold on. And we'll hold on to the love we share. And we'll hold on to the love we share. And we'll hold on to the love we share. And we'll hold on to the love we share. And we'll hold on to the love we share.
Okay, now let's cut the main vocal here a little bit, so that's got.
And we'll hold on to the love we share.
Okay,
And we'll hold on to the love we share. And we'll hold on to the love we share. And passions will be there.
a little bit of syncopation there. Okay.
passions will, and passions will, and passions, and passions will, and passions will be, and passions will be there, and passions will be there, and passions will be there, and passions will be there.
All right, let's see what we got here.
And passions will.
What in the heck?
And passion. And passions will. And passions.
Hmm.
And passions will. And passions will. And passions. And passions will. And passions will be there. And passions will. And passions will be there. And passions will be there.
What a mess. Each one is a tangled puzzle. I've tried them. I have tried other DAWs. I tried one studio. I've tried Pro Tools. I've tried Fruit Loops. Now I've not just like tried them one day or whatever. I really tried to give them a, to learn how to use them, learn them kind of well, and I found them all lacking. I've been using Cakewalk since MS-DOS. So I've been using Cakewalk since before Windows, before Cakewalk for Windows. And so I know like just about everything there is to know about Cakewalk. I've used every feature built deep within Cakewalk. And so I really Reaper I haven't tried. Now the One Studio One or whatever, I've hear all kinds of people that are really fans of it. I had a terrible time with it, and mostly because of I had a lot of problems with using envelopes with it. The tracks I had to scan way down to find my envelope tracks. They were not kept right with the tracks, and that was just a disaster. I can't imagine how people can even use it, but that's my particular take on it. So there's just nothing like Cakewalk for me. Nothing at all. Now, many years ago, I used Finale, and there was another one. Something about Score, something. I've just never found anything like Cakewalk. Cakewalk is for me. It's what I really like using, and so So I wouldn't dream of using another DAW. Besides the fact, all my art is in Cakewalk. All my stuff is in Cakewalk. So it really so I wouldn't be able to. It wouldn't translate to other DAWs well. I would have a mountain of work to do.
Love will be true.
I think this is it. This is the last one.
When I close my eyes. When I close my eyes.
All right, we got problems here. Oh, this one's going to be hard. Well, I just have to turn one of these off. Oh, that's the wrong one. I guess it's broken already there. All right. Let's put them all together.
When I close my eyes.
I'm going to take these two and just give them a little bit more.
When I close.
Just change the format a little bit there so they don't sound like that.
When I close my eyes. When I close my eyes. When I close my eyes. When I close my eyes.
Yeah, it's not only the workflow, but it's the functionality. I agree. I know what you mean, because I was talking about how that their envelopes were all over the place, and one thing you'll notice is that in Cakewalk is that I've tried to use it, but I never ever use console view. I'm not a console view kind of guy. Never ever use it. Because it's like it's with console view, it's like you get your song all made and then you have to completely reorient yourself to a whole new view of it. It doesn't make any sense at all to just all of a sudden decide, well, now I'm going to use a completely different view of the. So it doesn't make any sense to use just a completely. To just all of a sudden pull out another view, go into another view, which basically has all of the same parameters there, just in a different place. So it's like, let's just make things more complicated on purpose.
I dream of you. I dream of you. I dream of you. I dream of you. I dream of you.
let's see where.
I dream of you, dream.
All right, that's it for my unisons. Now I should probably go in and like clean up some of these spaces, these long kind of spaces here. Voice, some of the breaths, and then you come in here, you find little spots here that you missed. But these not breaths, these dead air kind of things. Edit, undo. Okay, we gotta put one of these here. All right, and this. And then you find little things you missed. But all right, I think I can get rid of this. Yeah. And get rid of these little pieces. Let's go to the beginning and start with the beginning and get rid of these breaths and things like that are. I kind of like the music to shine through more rather than have these kind of breaths come in. Sometimes I like the breaths, but generally I don't like the breaths. Just the main vocal breath, and then I change that breath to be what I want for it. Now let's see, this isn't done right. Okay, these aren't right. So gotta look at these. Make sure I did them right. This goes here. These get rid of those. And we got okay, and then this.
When you're around, when you're.
Huh.
When you're around, when you're around.
Okay. Clean up this dead air. It's not dead air. There's actually a little bit of my computer fans. So and which I turn them down so that they I go in and turn down my computer fans before I record, but they don't always turn down well. Okay, let's see if that works. That's good. These look like they're starting early. Missed a few things here. This looks like it goes there. Maybe not, though.
In love's storm, in love's storm, in love's storm, in love's storm, held within. In love's storm, held within your virtue. In love's storm, held within your virtue. When I close my eyes, I dream of.
Okay, a little bit here. I think these last parts are done even more.
And we are free.
Okay. Come on. I probably should have done these while I was... Okay, now these have got to have... Oh, they've got them. Okay. Yeah, I am a perfectionist with this stuff, and I try to be, I try to get it all. Edit, undo. Let's see, did I? Yeah, I deleted a piece. Edit, undo. Okay, these aren't going to let me delete them, so I have to silence them. Okay. Something's not right here. It's okay though.
Love will be true. Love will be true.
Okay, this note here. I want to bring this down a little bit. Oh, I already did.
Love will be true. Love will be true. When I...
Now I've got this kind of bug here, and it's like now all of the transients are down. They're not. It's just a bug. All right, so let's go back to here. Okay, we don't want to delete these. We want to delete these ones. Leave those. Okay, this here. All right.
When I close,
I don't know. Okay, let's get in here, see if this... Okay, those are gone. I did some of these at the end here. This one's got to go. All right, I'm almost done this part. And that's it. That's it for... save it for the... That's the unison voices. So that's these two unison voices. And now to work on the harmony one. For the strings, this music part, this is it, like this music part, I'll play it alone. This I got from a website called Motion Array. Now I can make my own songs and everything, but because I have to like comment back to people, I have to make a music video. I have to, buy all these sounds and all this other stuff. I'm still going to add my own sounds to this, but I have to sing all my backup vocals. I just have so much stuff I have to do myself besides this. Live a life, pay my bills. I have to, I have deal with writing letters to get permission to use copyright stuff sometimes. Like a lot, I've had to write over 600 letters to copyright people. So I have so much to do. So, but there are people out there that all they do in their life is they make like little song segments. That's it. They make these instrumental song segments that I can chop up, and you can see how much I chopped. I chopped all these parts up and rearranged them into my own, like I took the ending and then I chopped and reused parts here and here. And as I added in and I had to write the lyrics and decide where the breaks were going to be. So I took their, now I'm going to probably add some more strings here. I'll probably add a choir in certain parts. I will probably doing ahs and oohs and things like that. And I'll probably add organs, like some jazz organ, the Hammond type organs and stuff, some chords coming in here and there. And I don't know, I might add even some guitar to this. So I'll add more instruments to this. But and years ago, my songs I just always made right from scratch, right from starting with the drum beat and then putting some chords in and then adding the bass. But since there are people who are really, really, really good at making these song things, you know, they know that I need a chorus, they know that I need a break, they know that I need a bridge, they know that I need different parts that build and everything, and they know I need an ending, and, you know, they know they're really good at making these song segments. So I pay for a membership to Motion Array, and then I'm able to go on their channel and find songs that I like that fit my style, and then write my lyrics to it and bring them into Cakewalk, line up Cakewalk to their beats per minute, and then chop them up and put and then write my lyrics to them and chop them up so that they fit my lyrics and everything, and I really admire the people that make these because, you know, that's all they have to do. They don't have to write the lyrics. They don't have to sing the song. They don't have to sing the harmonies and the backups and the unisons and the oohs and ahs, and they don't have to put the extra embellishments that fit around my vocals and stuff in. All they have to do is make me this. I call it a song core, okay? I call it a song core. So I'm not sure and I can't break it up any further than just chopping it up and rearranging the sections. So this is just their part right here. That guitar part is so beautiful. And you can see here kind of where my the loop came in. But because my voice comes in, you don't hear that, like right in here, because my voice comes in.
You're a vision in my mind. I think of you all the time. In the day and in the night, my love for you is always bright. I get this feeling when
See, it's really, really beautifully nice. And so, and you know, I'm okay at putting together songs, but I don't know that I'm this good, you know? And so, but I know that I'm probably a better singer than they are. The chances are I am. And I think I'm really, really good at writing song lyrics and figuring out what melody to put to their song, you know, the melody that's got to be sung to it. I think I did something fierce with my vocals here, you know, to embellish their song.
you're a vision in my mind. I think of you all the time. In the day and in the night, my love for you is always bright. I get this feeling when you're around, and my emotions are easily found.
I really, when I sung it, you know, I didn't go, and my emotions are easily found. You know, and my emotions are easily found. You know, I really put some swing into swagger into my voice. You know what I'm saying? And, so I put some extra effort because I didn't have to spend the time making this song, which would have taken me a lot of time. So, hey, you too. Thank you, Mark. You're awesome, awesome, awesome. Thanks for coming in and spending time and watching this progress. So I just have pretty much these harmonies to do, these these green sections. I gotta fix the harmonies the same way, but the harmonies are kind of easy because they don't overlay the main vocal. I think I'm gonna stop here and go make a salad for dinner. So I might come back later and do some more here. But this is where I'm going to stop for now. We're going to save this, and I'm going to save it with a new number. This is going to be Dream of You 6. So just in case I screw up 6, I can go back to 5. So now I could put the vocal rider over these unison tracks and kind of mess with them a little bit. So, but they sound pretty good. So thank you for hanging out, Mark. Take care. And Angus, say hi to Angus, or say bye to Angus. Bye, Angus. Oh, wow, your voice sounds so high today, Sigmund. Wow. Wow, he's like a soprano. Bye, Angus. Wow. I can't quite get up as high as you can, Sigmund. So thank you for the likes. How very, very kind of you all. So, all right, this is going to do it for me for this song. I figured I'd give you an idea that some new songs. I have 2 more songs. They're very pretty. That I will be coming on and showing you as well. I don't know if I'm going to finish all 3 songs and then try to put them to videos and upload them, or just get this one finished and then try to make a video and then go to the next and try to make. But these videos should come out like bam, bam, bam. So on my Flock of Angels channel. So pretty soon. So thank you for watching and take care. And I'm going to, I'll be back soon. So have a lovely evening. I hope you learned stuff. You can leave comments in the videos for this video. Please click the bell for notifications if you're watching this after the fact. And please subscribe to my channel. Take care. Please watch my videos. Come in, go on to my channel and check out the other videos. I need to get some time lapsed in. I think I only have like 500 hours of watch time, and I need 4,000 before I can even make $1 off this channel. So yeah, it'll be probably a year's worth of work, and I'll finally hit 4,000 hours, and then they'll probably say that I don't put enough time into my channel and blah blah blah. Yeah, that like they did with my other channel, and make me wait until I get like 5,000 hours or whatever. So because I'm not artistic enough. So that's what I've had to deal with. That's what I've been told by YouTube, that my channel isn't artistic enough. Okay, so I don't know I just don't know how to respond to that. So all right, so at this point I've been making music since I was 12 years old, and I'm 59 years old, so figure it out. Okay, there's not been a day that I haven't worked on music in my entire life from the time I was 12. By the time when I was 12 years old, I could play Needle and the Damage Done by Neil Young. I could play probably about 20 or 30 songs. I could play Wish You Were Here and Stairway to Heaven at 12 years old. So, in just about every John Denver song that was ever made, But I guess, oops, whoa, don't touch that. I guess they're just still not artistic enough. It doesn't matter. It's me. I just don't think they really like me, whatever. So what can you say? But that's the way things go. So I'm at 135,000 subscribers and still no award, and yeah. And they always come up with some kind of reason. One point it was I'm not artistic enough. Another point, I have too much copywritten stuff on my channel. So I took all the copywritten stuff off my channel and still didn't. Then that was like, but you're still not artistic enough. It's still, So whatever. But they've been nice to me otherwise. At least, so. All right. Okay, that little noise can go away. Thank you. All right, take care. I love